Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create a habit tracker using Google Sheets to easily track your productivity. So first, you want to make sure your internet connection is turned on. Then head over to this corner and select Google Apps. Then scroll down and select Sheets. On the Google Sheets page, head over to the left side and select a blank spreadsheet. The first thing I'm going to do here is rename this sheet to Habit Tracker. And then in the first row, I'm going to enter the first month, which is January. Now I'm going to select the text, make it bold, and increase the font size. You could leave the font style as is, but I'm going to change mine. So now you want to enter in the days of the month. I'm going to enter in 1, 2, and 3, then hold and drag. Click and drag the blue corner and select as many columns as you need. If you run out of columns, simply select the top of the columns, hold and drag, right-click, and select Insert Columns to the right. Then click and select the last 3 columns and drag the right corner. And here I'm going to enter total to calculate the total number of days I completed my tasks. Now I'm just going to expand this column. Select the text, change the font style and the font size. Now click on the top of the column of the last number and drag all the way back to 1. And what we're going to do is resize this column, so right click, select resize columns B to AF, and I'm going to make this 30 and click OK. Now I'm just going to select B to make it bold. Then right click on the month and select Insert Column to the left. Now I'm just going to write down the numbers for my habits. Click and drag, then hold down the blue corner and drag down to 15. Now I'm just going to make the text bold and change the font style. Now you can just write down all the habits you'd like to keep a track of. So these numbers are actually meant to be on the row above. So I'm going to click and drag to select all. Right click on the column right next to the month and paste. So now I'm going to separate my habits into categories. To do that, right click on the first row and select Insert One Row above. Now I'm just going to merge the cells, write down morning, and align that in the center. I'm also going to increase the font size. And just follow the same steps for the noon and evening categories. I find that separating your habits into categories makes them easier to track. Now I'm going to click the first box under the morning category and drag to select the other boxes. Then click on Insert and select Checkbox. Follow the same steps for the noon and evening categories. If the checkboxes aren't working, this could be because the sheet didn't load properly. Refresh the page and try again. Now in the total completed column, you want the number to change every time you tick a box. To do that, we're going to use the formula. Enter equal to count if in all caps, open brackets, then click and drag to select all the checkboxes in that row. Then enter comma, space, true in small caps, and the close brackets. And now if you select the boxes, you'll see the number changes to the number of boxes you ticked. To apply the same formula to all the rows, you don't need to write it all over again. Simply click the blue corner and drag down to select all the rows. And now I'm just going to backspace the numbers in these columns where I wrote my categories before. And you'll see that it applies the formula to every row. If you'd also like to see how many boxes are left unticked, you'll need to create a new category for this. I'm going to name mine Undone. Now I'm going to select the text and make it bold and change the font style. I'm also going to increase the font size. Now I'm just going to add 2 more columns to the right. And under undone, I'm going to enter the formula equals to counts if in all caps, open brackets, then click and drag to select all the checkboxes in that row. Then enter comma, space, false in small caps, and a closed bracket. And when you click enter, you'll see a suggested autofill. Click check, and it will fill the other rows for you. Now I'm going to backspace the zeros in the noon and evening rows, and I'll just align undone to the right. And if you'd like a progress bar that fills up each time you tick a box, you can use a formula for this. I'm just going to paste the formula here, and I'll leave it right on the screen and in the description box. And we're going to change something in this formula, which is this, the right cell count. Select that and backspace, and then click the number under the total completed column. And this chart type here is the kind of bar we want. This is a progress bar. The maximum should be the number of days in the month. In this case, is 31, and the color is black. Hit enter. And now if you tick the boxes, you see the progress bar fills up. To apply this progress bar to all the rows, simply click on it and drag down to all the rows with numbers on them. Now I'm just going to delete the formulas in the rows with the categories in them. And if you tick the boxes, you'll see the progress bars fill up in all the rows. To track how many habits you complete each day, we're going to scroll to the side and scroll down. Now I'm just going to click here and enter the formula we used before, which is equal to count if in all caps, open brackets, then click and drag to select all the checkboxes in the column, comma, true, in small caps, and the close brackets, then hit enter. Now click and drag the blue corner to apply the formula to all the columns. So in the row below the numbers, I'm going to add the progress bar, but first I'm going to extend it to fit it. Now I'm just going to paste in a formula. I'll leave it on the screen and in the description box. Now I'm going to select the text bottom cell count and click on the number directly above the column. Then I'm going to change the Y marks to 15 because that's the number of habits I have. Input any number of habits that you have on the sheet. Now if you tick the boxes, you'll see the bar fill up. Now I'm going to click on the progress bar and drag the blue corner to apply it to the different columns. And if you tick the boxes, you see the progress bar fill up in the different columns. Now I'm just going to merge the cells of the noon and evening categories. Now I'm just going to customize my habit tracker by changing the colors to keep things interesting. Now I'm just going to add the border to the bottom of the last row. Now you can just select the rows, press Ctrl+C to copy, and then paste it for a new month. And now I'm just going to change this to February. And for months with fewer days, you need to make some changes. Now I'm just going to select and delete the numbers and checkboxes beyond the 28th day of the month. Next, you want to change the number for the progress bar formula from 31 to 28. Remember, this should be the number of days in the month. Then click and drag the blue corner to apply it to the other rows. Once you've done this for all the months in the year, you can duplicate this whole sheet for another year. To do that, click on this and select duplicate. And it will create a whole new sheet with the same format of the old one. I'm going to rename this sheet 2025 Habit Tracker. To be able to make changes to the sheets, even when you're offline, click on File and select Make Available Offline and select Turn On. And that's it for today's video. I hope this video helped you create your own personalized habit tracker. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, share, and leave a comment below if you have any questions. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.